What's up, y'all? It's your mama, little brother. You cool? Uncle OG Free. I told y'all, man. I don't got that haircut, you hear me? So I'm going to be talking about it, you hear me? I'm going to talk about it, yeah. I got two people I got to talk about today. I told y'all when y'all do something, I got this new haircut, I got the hair all. When you do something and it's a violation, you know what I'm saying, of the game, you know what I'm saying? I will come down on you, you hear me? We will come down on you. And the first person up that I want to talk about is Cuban Gooding Jr. Trey. Let's talk about Trey, man. Man, this getting crazy about a moment, you hear me? But I guess he was trying to get ahead of the curve, as they would say. Because this man had the nerve to say that he don't know Diddy. He said he don't know Diddy, y'all, and that Diddy just an acquaintance. He didn't really know Diddy like that. Now, for all y'all that got a little bit of sense, you hear me? You know this man lying. What he doing is he coming down Trey, man. Let me out though. You was in the car riding. The man was in the car riding, man. You on the same allegation with Diddy. The man got you in court. The man got your name. Talk about you put your arm around him. You do all that. You hear me? You do all that. You do all that. You did all that now. And not just that, they in court. They in court. This is not no allegations, something I made up. The man met you on the yacht, man. Got the pictures and the video with you on the yacht. We see his arm. You see his arm around the man. All that. But you don't know Diddy. That's what I be talking about. So now he coming down. Let me out the car, though. Let me out, though. Cuban Gooding Jr, man, you know what you did, man. You coming out. You know you come down homosexual, man. You come down homosexual. You're a grown man. And, you know what I'm saying, you do your thing. You know what I'm saying, that's on you. That's your personal business. But, you know what I'm saying, when you come down allegations and, you know what I'm saying, you're coming down raping a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Not just no, you know, so we ain't heard no other allegation. But if you hanging out with Diddy on them yachts, ain't no telling what's going on, you hear me? But that's something small like an 8-ball, y'all. What I really want to talk about, and really we got to speak on, man, because a lot of people want to know, how the hell NBA YoungBoy keep getting out of jail, man? How you keep getting out, man? The feds, man. See, I'm qualified to speak on this, y'all. I'm qualified. I think after 21 years in the federal penitentiary, I'm qualified to speak on certain shit, you hear me? And a lot of people talk about, hey, man, if you ain't got the paperwork, you don't supposed to speak on that. Okay. But when you go to the feds 2-3 times, that don't happen, brother. For what he going for. You got to think, look, this man got caught with all them guns. Y'all was on TI now. NBA YoungBoy get caught with all them guns. Even at that video shoot, they read it. Everybody went to jail. He the only one got out. You come down violation, cutting your ankle, all that. And you come down herpes. You hear me? All that. Allegedly. I don't want niggas to sue me on all this old shit. You know how this shit go. But just allegedly. You know what I'm saying? No, I ain't read no paperwork. But it's starting, flags is everywhere. Flags everywhere. And I know I ain't the only one feel the same way. Man, ain't no way you getting out of jail like that, man. You got 60-something charges, man. Federal charges, man. 60-something federal. Thug ain't got caught with nothing. And he on trial. And he in jail, can't get a bond. I don't want to hear that about the bag, because the nigga ain't worth nothing but $4 million. You know what I'm saying? This niggas out here in the street worth more than that. Got that shit around their neck. So all that about the bag, all that shit dead. It's either two things. You could take the window or you could take the stairs on this. Either you telling, and since they want to say the bag, okay, you only worth $4 million, but you got influence. And we know most of your influence and most of his stuff, like he don't own none of this. He don't own his YouTube page. He don't own none of that stuff. So you're really doing it for the white folks. You hear me? So now, only thing, the conclusion that you can come clean with is the white folks using your influence to keep damaging the minds of the kids. And you wearing around black fingernails, my nigga. You coming out Omar, nigga, from the Y. You coming out Omar from the Y. That's you. You coming out Omar. You coming out Omar from the Y, man. You did a song with Lil Nas X. You got black fingernails. You know what I'm saying? It's just stuff that gangsters just don't do. Ain't nothing gangster about black fingernail polish. You can act like it's some grave digger, all that old goofy shit. You hear me? Pull that paperwork out. Since we ain't got the paperwork, man, you got the right. You supposed to step to the front and show us this shit. You hear me? You got to show the people. Show that discovery. Show your docket sheet. Oh, this go with the feds. I know all the federal. I'm down there. I'm down there goddamn Johnny Cocker when it comes to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Johnny Freeze. You hear me? When it comes to that, we need to see, because you influenced and you did a lot of popping it and you did a lot of talking about the spinning and all this old shit. You feel me? We need to see that paperwork. We need to see that. 100,000, and then you bought it up at 100,000. 100,000, man. 100,000. And you got all that shit, 66 charges in the Fed. Anybody that's been in the Feds know better than this. I'm speaking to my federal people, man. Y'all help me out with this, man. Not the people that been low in the camp, you know what I'm saying? Cool. But we talking to my federal people, man. Meet them on up. Fuck it. Meet them on up. Meet them to the pen. How many people you know, this question to the people that did federal time. You get caught with all these guns, man. Everybody go to jail except you. They give you a bond for that, go on house arrest. Cut the anger monologue. Boom. Or whatever you do. You're doing all this stuff, smoking weed on camera, allegedly. Guns on camera, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? You're doing all this. Then he come around and lock you up again. Get caught with some more shit. So, to my people, man, that been in the federal system, man, y'all please help me out if I'm wrong, man. Do we really need to see the paperwork on this? It would be lovely because he's an influencer and he influences your kids. You feel me? He influences your kids now. He influences your kids. So you affect me. I keep telling y'all, these niggas don't give a fuck about none of us. They don't give a fuck about the black community, so fuck them niggas too, you hear me? Nigga ain't getting nigga a dime, you hear me? They ain't doing nothing but taking your money and influencing your kids for these white folks, you hear me? They take that money from that white man, and that white man telling them to tell the black kid to spin. Let's get to the truth here. I told y'all I got my hair cut. Man. I'm on it. These white folks, if they got you out of jail, it's because of the influence that you have on the black kids, the black teenage generation, bro. So if you didn't sell out for one thing, you sold out for that. Because we all know, even me, you don't just get out the feds 3 times, you hear me? Your bag ain't that big, you hear me? It ain't the bag. Because I was in there with Boy George, Craig Pettis, Meech, Benny Gorgeous. These people, I'm in there with these people, you hear me? I'm in there with these guys. So I know Beltrons, you name them. I've been around them. All the big homies. Whatever gang you want to be called, I know one of the big homies. You can bet that. And they know me. So we need to see this stuff. I need to see that. I need to see that, man. I got to see that, man. I got to see it because you're influencing my people. So we got to see it, and we know you don't give a fuck about the black community. You hear me? You barely making it. Matter of fact, you stand in a mansion in Utah. You know, that's where they be putting them other people that can't go nowhere else. You put them in Utah. They're like one of them kind of mansions, you hear me? They're like a witness protection mansion in Utah that you was in, you hear me? You know, that's what it looked like to me. Utah. I think, if I am mistaken, though, Utah was the only one that accepted you up there in that Mormon state. You hear me? But you ain't been out the house in a couple of years. You've been in the house. So I'm just trying to figure out, man, as we gonna sit here and accept this, at least say this to me, y'all. At least do this. At least say, we gonna look into it. You ain't got to agree. Uh-oh, the lights went out on that nigga. At least say, hey, man, I'm gonna look into that. Because that ain't adding up. This man getting out on 60-something charges, and Thug can't get a bond. Thug can't even get a bond. He ain't got caught with nothing. I think Thug got more money than YoungBoy. I'm probably willing to bet my freedom on that. You hear me? You gotta keep in mind, he ain't working for the football, y'all. So we need to see that, because a lot of people talk about NBA YoungBoy. A lot of people are influenced by him. So we need to see this. Trey, what the name? Trey, Cuban Gooding Jr., you out of there anyway. You been, let me out of the car, though. You got out. You did that then. So now you getting out the car on Diddy. Because you act like you don't know him. So you pulling that, man, I don't really know dude like that. Woo, woo. So you trying to do that. I get it. But at the end of the day, y'all, man, like I be telling y'all, man, a lot of these motherfuckers be on some bullshit, and we be letting them get away with it because they black, or we like them as just stick to the entertainment. Don't get caught in their personal life, because you get caught in their personal life and get to taking off on their personal life, and then you come to find out they on this bullshit, then what you gonna say? Nothing. You can't tell me nothing about no nigga don't been to the fit. Niggas don't do 2-3 fed bills, man. It just don't happen. You don't do 2-3 fed bills. Just like you don't get out on life like that in the feds. You don't get out, they just let you out the door because they like you. Nah, they don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got a pardon, or you went to the, you know what I'm saying, your court was, you know what I mean, your sentence was reversed. That type of stuff got to happen. But you just getting out on bond, man, nah. You know how hard it is to get a federal bond, man? It's hard to get a bond with the feds, you hear me? It's hard to get a bond. Anybody that been in the BOP and in that federal system, it's hard to get a bond. Niggas with money, it's hard to get a bond. You hear me? For real, you hear me? It's hard. It ain't easy to get no bond, you hear me? You know what I'm saying? So all that bad talk, you can't talk that bad talk when it comes to people with them things in their ears, you hear me? But like I told y'all, man, I ain't through. I told you, if it's a flag on the plate, hey, man, I'm gonna let you know, man, when you're in violation, man. I got to let y'all know that, man. And a lot of these dudes, man, they come down Omar, man, or Julius Caesar, man. Matter of fact, I don't even want to say about it. I don't even want to really even, you know what I'm saying, elaborate on certain shit, because, you know, let me finish doing my little research, you hear me? And I'm gonna come back, and one thing about it though, I'm gonna down them. If you're out of pocket, I'm gonna down you, you hear me? This type of year I'm on right now, this stuff going on top of my head. So I'm coming, you hear me? Cuban Gooding Jr. Y'all, let's let us have Denzel, man. I'm glad they let's let us get Denzel, man. Because all this stuff, man, there's a lot of stuff to come with these Diddy allegations. Get back on that, you hear me? Getting back on that. Gonna be a lot of stuff come out behind that. I told y'all, because it's gonna be a lot of stuff come out. You feel me? And another thing I got to say, if y'all notice, man, come on, man, y'all be real, man. It's more niggas than women keep talking about this Drake and Kendrick Lamar. It's more you niggas talking about this shit than women. Women like Drake, man. Ain't no nigga walking around listening to no Drake. You know, even though he either go, you got to give him his props. But why is we going back and forth debate about Kendrick Lamar and Drake? The men. The women ain't even talking about it. They ain't even talking about the beef that Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion. The women weren't talking about that beef like that. It's the men doing all the gossiping. You hear me? Talking about the beef back and forth. Look at Rick Ross, Drake Ball, all this tickets. They talk about mansions. Really, these dudes' rap career, a lot of dudes' rap career is over with. You hear me? Not Drake, because he getting that world money. But a lot of dudes use the beef and the internet shenanigans to stay relevant. Not their music. Not their music. And this is only in the nigga kingdom, y'all. Because in the real world, the real news, they know what's going on. You feel me? They ain't, in the real world, they ain't, man, listen, man, we get out the nigga kingdom. You feel me? You got Floyd speaking on certain stuff when you got allegations to my own if my daughter did it. I know, because we know you don't care nothing about your daughter. You hear me? See, it be stuff like that. I don't speak on this. Why wouldn't you? That's what you influence. You talk about everything else, but they don't want to talk about that. The black media, the nigga news, they want to act like they don't want to talk about it, but it happened. It has happened. He paid Cassie. So ain't no allegedly on that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no ledge on that. You feel me? Ain't no ledge on that. You did that. So Floyd out of pocket for speaking on that. When your daughter got an issue that allegedly she was dating Tank, allegedly in the bed, YoungBoy don't disrespect you behind your daughter, and they got herpes. Ain't no way they gonna be up on my daughter like that with the herpes. You hear me? Y'all overlook all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Y'all look over the herpes, all that, because the nigga got a bag. Man, y'all, this shit is getting out of hand, man. It's getting out of hand. If a rapper want to impress me, tell him to stand, jump in the air and stay there. It's your mama little brother. Your cool uncle, OG Freeze.